2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Gant. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They go back to Stewart on first. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stewart. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. This is Crowell on the catch.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. From the 10, 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 16 carries, 54 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Gant, throw left side, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw on 2nd down. Gant, quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now Stewart on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Throwing on first down. Gant, and he's got Booker.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a handoff. Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Gant. Here's Booker on the catch. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2nd and 4. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They give to Stewart out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 44. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He hits Stewart in the flat. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The handoff comes to Stewart. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or...
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The kicker on for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down now, but that clock rolling from the gun. Gant. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again. Gant. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Gant. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw. Gant. Incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down. To throw again. Gant. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Looking to throw. Gant, screen play, Johnson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now a signal and a timeout called as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Big Zeke, Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. They start the third quarter on the ground with Stewart. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is Stewart, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Stewart. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. And escapes the sack. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Another run for Stewart. He's been busy. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schroeder. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Second and 5. A dump off here to Stewart. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stewart. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. To throw on 2nd down. Gant, he finds Robinson. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And down right around the 37.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On 1st and 10, Gant.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun. Gant. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown! That's caught. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. So the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Stewart again. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. It's caught. It's Stewart. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. On 1st down, Gant. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Stewart. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. That's taken in by Stewart. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on 1st down. Gant, he gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, Gant, and the catch made by Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
on first down. Gant.
Again, it's Johnson.
That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw on second down. Gant, that's complete to Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. On second down now, it's Thomas. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. On third and short to give to the tight end.
And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up fourth down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this one is right through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and grind some clock. It's Stewart. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Stewart on the counter. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.
So for Detroit, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1.